Alright, for the lip sync animation, I'm here, I've clicked on the assignment from the modules. What you're going to do is find a movie clip from the internet and animate Jonesy's mouth to the sound clip. So hopefully you've found a movie clip already, a sound clip. If not, it's in the modules. There's a link and it takes you to this website, moviewaves.com. Go to movies, pick a movie that you want, find a clip that's good, and when you find it, to download it, right click on it and save link as, or something similar depending on what browser you have. So once you've saved it, you'll need to bring it into Blender, and there's a video to show you how to do that. Let me show you a few things that will help you out in this animation. We don't just, first you bring in the audio, and so you're animating to the audio because you need to make him talk to the audio or according to what the audio is showing. Now, so we need the audio first, but one thing that we need to know, if I go back to Canvas and go into the modules, there's a reference image. Animators animate mouth positions all the time. It's something that they do a lot of, and so they've made some basic mouth shapes. Different animators made different mouth shapes, and here's an example of one. If you download this from the module, or just have it show in Canvas, that's fine too. But there's these. This particular artist drew 10 different mouth shapes. So here they are, and all we need to do is position Jonesy's mouth in these different shapes or positions, and then keyframe those positions, and then we can just bring those into the animation as we need them. So, for example, this mouth that's open is an A, ah, it's wide open, or I. If you say an E, it kind of looks like that, a U, O, and these are exaggerated, of course, a little bit for animation. W or O, the mouth is kind of closed like that, completely closed on M, B, or P. So these are key positions, and so we keyframe these positions, and then we can just bring them in where we need them. So let me show you what that means. If I go to Blender, whoops, don't want that either. If I go to Blender, I can zoom in on Jonesy, and I need to you need to get familiar with Jonesy's mouth and how it moves. One of the main things about the mouth is this jaw bone right here. Now I need to be on a certain position, either front one, of course. I can use my shift, click and drag to get it in position, or the side with the jawbone, probably more important on the side, because then if I get it on the side, a perfect side view, if I rotate it, that is the main thing that opens and closes his mouth. If I go into wireframe mode, oops, didn't want that, wireframe mode, I can see where the teeth are, so I can see when it's actually shutting. I don't want to overlap the teeth. Opening, closing. So close his mouth. So I can do that with the jaw, but also with the lips. These individual boxes move the lips up and down. And if I want them to open, of course I'm probably not going to open them too wide. Like I said, it's mainly the jaw movement, but a little bit of the lips. I can grab all of them at the same time. There's 3 on top and 3 on bottom. I can hold down Shift and click 3 of them and move those up a little bit. Shift and click the bottom ones and move those down. And of course I have to keyframe it. So I'll start, let me go back and start out by keyframing it. Select all of the bones and keyframe it with the location rotation scale. So I, location rotation scale on the first frame. Zoom in on this a little bit. And then after that I can do the available positions. Now you'll probably want to use the automatic keying on this especially. At least now that I've set location rotation scale on the first frame of all the bones, then I will use available, and at least use this, because then when I change anything that I change, I have to set the keyframe for that individual thing. If I move on to the next one and do that and then set that as a keyframe and I go back, see, it gets rid of that one that I did. So you have to be really careful, and I set it on that first one, of course, classic mistake. So let me go back to where they're down all the way. Let me move it. Now, so those key positions. So I will animate the mouth to look wide open like this, and then keyframe it. So I'll keyframe all of those 10 positions out here. And then when I'm listening to the audio, I can copy those and paste them in here using the dope sheet, of course. Copy and paste them into the timeline where they go according to what Jonesy is saying, or the character is saying on our video clip. So if I select all three of these, move it up a little bit, select the bottom ones by holding down Shift, move them down, move the jawbone. If I go to a side view and rotate, okay, and I can move these out as well. There's also cheekbones and eyebrows. Eyebrows are kind of a big part of it because anytime we talk, our eyebrows are moving a little bit. Our eyes, our cheekbones, this all moves. So now that I've got those positions, I'm going to select everything and then hit I so that I don't miss anything that I've changed. And that's the keyframe position for A's and I's when we're talking. Now I'm just going to keyframe all of those positions out here. I'll move on to this one and then this one and this one. Keyframe all of those out here, and then I can move them in as I need them. That's the best technique for animating. Otherwise, we're going to be going frame to frame, and we're going to be animating ahs, the ah sound, too many times because it happens a lot, and every time it comes up, we'll have to animate it again. Or copy and paste it from here, but if we have them all out here, we can just copy and paste them from there into here, and we always have them out here. So that's the best way to do it. As you look in, there's certain requirements on Canvas, the rubric, you need an eye blink, and you need a few other things, so check that. And of course, we can move the eyelids down to close them. We might need to move them out a little bit so the eye doesn't poke out. So we can keyframe a blink that way. So those are some tips. That's the best thing that I can tell you about this is keyframe these mouth positions. Don't keyframe everything on its own, although you can do that. That's fine if you want to do it that way. Just might be a little bit extra work.